When Luo Feng woke up, he was held in the arms of the female group members who participated in the outdoor program. Seeing this strange animal, the girl group mistakenly thought it was some kind of lizard. When they took photos and asked netizens what kind of creature it was, it directly alarmed the entire network and security bureau. Armed helicopters and green cars also appeared on the set. But Luo Feng saw his own appearance in the reflection of the seawater. Are you actually the five-clawed golden dragon in Chinese legends? Starting from here. Luo Feng smiled. What national treasure is the giant panda? Completely out of favor. This dragon is the national treasure among the national treasures. Vegetables and meat, all of which are the best for me to air freight. The entire island is within the domain of my dragon. If Ben Long is not happy, he must be fed by a girl group, otherwise he will go on a hunger strike and not eat. You can do whatever you want. If Ben Long is happy, he can also change 5 colors. By Long exhale the wind. Qing Long. Summoning rain. Red dragon. Spit fire. Silver dragon. Frozen. Golden dragon. Invincible defense, flicking away the nuclear bomb with one tail. In short, up to heaven and down to the abyss, this dragon is the #1 in the world. Keywords of the novel. Becoming a young dragon caught by a girl group. I am shocked by no pop-ups across the internet. Becoming a young dragon caught by a girl group. I am shocked by the internet. Download the complete TXT collection. Becoming a young dragon caught by a girl group. I am shocked by the latest chapter reading across the internet. Chapter 1. Regenerating eggs. Boiled in the next pot. Seeking monthly pass, requesting collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Regenerating eggs. Boiled in the next pot. Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection. What is this place? Why is it so dark? Isn't the underworld also not lit? A moment in the Luo Feng. I only remember he was run over by a large truck. I have regained consciousness. But it came to this inexplicable and out-of-reach place. And there is also some sticky mucus. This environment. Luo Feng suddenly thought of it. I won't be in an eggshell, will I? Did you die? Regenerated an egg. Sister Xian, look at how big this goose egg is. Yeah, it's much bigger than a regular goose egg. The villagers also say this is the king of goose eggs. Boil such an egg. It should be enough for the 2 of us to eat, right? Hee hee. Suddenly. Luo Feng heard it. The voices of 2 girls. And the content of the speech. But it made Luo Feng feel a bit unattainable. Woo-woo. I'm actually a goose egg. And they're going to cook me. Oh my goodness. Don't do it. Luo Feng is speechless. I really want to cry. But couldn't cry. Is that how fate jokes with him? Big truck crushing. Reborn. Are you going to be cooked at the beginning? What a heavy egg, I'm afraid it weighs a pound, right? Huang Ziqing picked up the egg. I suspect it's not a goose egg, it's really heavy. How could it be that what the villagers are selling is not goose eggs? Ziqing, you didn't hear them say, is it the goose egg king? Li Xian explained, I remember reading the news, there was an egg king with a weight of 200 grams. Think about it, eggs are much smaller than duck eggs and goose eggs. Am I being picked up? Are you going to put me in the pot? Don't do it. Luo Feng is in a hurry, it's really frustrating. But. Ziqing. Evening Glow. These 2 names. Why so familiar? Is it the famous first female celestial group in China? GDD girl group. Is it all front convex and back warped? The girl group with various long legs. Completely plump and slender, with 100 flowers competing for beauty. Luo Feng likes to watch them sing. Yes. Just look at it simply. It doesn't matter what you sing. When those rows of long white legs jump up on the stage, your ears can't hear any sound at all but these. It's not what Luo Feng should be thinking at this moment. Now. Regenerate an egg. Are these two members of the girl group cooking now? You two stinky women. Don't eat me. At least let me be born. Turn into a big goose. Eating meat is better than eating eggs, right? Soon. Luo Feng felt like he had been placed somewhere. Can't it be in the pot, right? Poor. Oh, oh so pitiful. Helplessness. Ha. But isn't this water boiling hot? Why can't I feel the temperature? Luo Feng was surprised. No. I can feel the water temperature. It's boiling water. This is a wonderful feeling, like the soul knowing it's boiling water, but the body doesn't feel hot. Luo Feng is a bit confused. Are you angry and foolish? But now, even if Luo Feng knows that his fate is a big goose egg, I haven't given up either. He struggled desperately. If there is any movement. So can the other party still eat a quick hatching egg? He is working hard. Struggling. Finally. Huang Ziqing saw this scene. Sister Xian, does this goose egg seem to move again? End of this chapter. Chapter 2. Scares people to death. Did the egg move? Seeking monthly pass. Seeking collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2 scares people to death. Did the egg move? Seeking monthly pass. Seeking collection. Huang Ziqing was startled. Immediately, his face turned pale. After all, anyone who cooks an egg and the egg moves will be scared. Does this guy seem to be moving again? Is he about to break through his shell? Huang Ziqing exclaimed in surprise. Hurry up. Ziqing, take him down quickly. Li Xian also panicked. What the hell is that? Boiled goose eggs. Can you actually meet someone who is about to hatch? I heard it's very nutritious, but eating it can be very disgusting. But even if the nutrition is high, two girls are not so cruel either. Ah, it's so hot, so hot. Huang Ziqing gritted her teeth for a moment. But still holding a towel. Wrapped up. Take Luo Feng out of the pot. Oh my god, these villagers are really despicable. Selling us goose eggs that are about to hatch. Huang Ziqing pouted and spoke angrily. But the current problem. This egg needs to be processed. That means we need to help him hatch it out. This egg doesn't look like a goose egg, does it? Finally. Li Xian discovered something wrong. The texture of goose eggs is not like this. It seems like when we buy goose eggs, the villagers who sell goose eggs are sneaking around. Did they find it on the beach? What kind of goose egg king did they impersonate? Sell it to us. After all, it's so big, it's only 3 goose eggs for money. Maybe. Maybe this is just another animal's egg. I don't know what it is. If it were a snake, I would hate it. Ziqing, you don't understand. Snakes are also good, you can provide a shelter for them. Li Xian's words came out. The Luo Feng inside the eggshell was stunned. This TM. I've heard about it a long time ago. GDD girl group. Huang Ziqing is a simple and cute little girl. Li Xian's private style is a bit dirty. In other words, it's just burning. I didn't expect it to be true. We don't understand hatching either, let's take it over and show it to everyone. Well, let's see if we can hatch a giant panda. I love this thing the most, hee hee. Ha ha ha. Why didn't you say you hatched a dinosaur? Are you joking? When it comes to giant pandas. Luo Feng inside the eggshell. I just want to shed tears. Rebirth on your own, right? Since geese or other poultry have been regenerated. Can you also regenerate a giant panda yourself? Of course, that thing is a viviparous animal. I am just an egg. It's definitely not a giant panda. Epsilon equals Omicron asterisk, psi. Reincarnation is really a technical job. Alright, let's quickly go find Teacher Wang and his team, find a nest to make a constant temperature incubator, and see what animals hatch when we see them, urged Li Xian. As long as it's not a snake. I'm afraid of this thing. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. This is not a goose egg. Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. This is not a goose egg. Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, I see that the size of this eggshell is much larger than an ordinary goose egg. Perhaps it's the egg of some large animal, right? Li Xian observed, guessing in her heart whether it could be an ostrich egg. No. The ostrich egg is too big again. Or a lizard. Crocodiles. On the contrary, it was in Li Xian's heart. This egg is definitely not an ordinary poultry. Of course. The members of the women's troupe were naturally invited to a cast of Running Old Iron. The recording of this episode was at the seaside. The goose eggs they cooked were the money they earned, the snacks they bought, and secretly improved their lives because they had no money. The crew members could only play the role of fishermen, relying on their own hands to make a living. Soon. Huang Ziqing and Li Xian returned to the main tent of the filming base with Luo Feng in their arms. When the crew found out that Huang Ziqing almost ate an egg that was about to hatch. Also laughing non-stop. And the production team also questioned the fishermen who sold goose eggs. The other party spoke the truth. It is indeed a randomly picked egg on the beach. Then he impersonated the king of goose eggs and sold them to Huang Ziqing and Li Xian. Ha ha ha. Ziqing, Xian, you two are so silly. This egg. It's a goose egg. Can you believe it too? Yeah, this is too big, isn't it? It's much larger than a regular goose egg. Li Xian saw the crew members joking about the two of them and didn't pay much attention. Instead, she said, "Alright, everyone, don't argue for now. The top priority is to know what kind of egg this is. After all, you have to encounter some eggs that protect animals. That's amazing. I don't know what kind of egg it is, but it's definitely not a goose egg. Is it a turkey or something? Oh, can fire eggs be picked up by villagers on the beach? On the beach. It's either turtle eggs or crocodile eggs. Can't it be a snake egg? I'll go. If this thing happens, throw it away quickly. Humph. The most annoying creature is the snake. These villagers are also outrageous. Pick an egg on the beach and sell it to you. There are many people on the set. Everyone is watching this egg. And discuss his types. What kind of organism is it? But in fact, Luo Feng is also very curious about this issue. It was pitch black. He also couldn't feel what kind of animal he was. Anyway, it should be with clause PS, find a monthly pass. End of this chapter. Is chapter 4 a lizard egg? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Is chapter 4 a lizard egg? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, soon. Luo Feng felt it. I was placed in some flat place. Maybe it's a cardboard box. Ziqing, let's make a nest for him and keep it warm, it's beneficial for hatching. Look, Sister Xian, he moved again in the cardboard box. At this moment, we can only see. This egg really moved. It seems like it's about to break through the shell. But it seems that the eggshell is very strong. It just shook a few times. How about we help him? Crush the eggshell. Huang Ziqing, a silly little boy, just spoke up. Li Xian gave a pale glance and said, if people help egg-laying animals break their shells, their adaptability will be poor after they are born, which will lead to their quick death. Upon hearing this, Huang Ziqing immediately stopped thinking. She didn't want the little guy inside to die just because he came out. But if he really can't break the eggshell, we can also make a small gap and let him try to break it himself. And at this moment, Luo Feng listened to their conversation. I always feel that. I feel like I'm loved by everyone. Are you going to become a pet of GDD girl group? Oh. I feel like I have scales myself. The temptation in the darkness of Luo Feng. Obtain the result again. So big an egg. And scales. Can't it really be a lizard? Ziqing, this egghead. What are you planning to do? Are you really going to adopt him? I really like small animals, as long as they are not protected, I will adopt them. Huang Ziqing said without thinking. Are you actually adopting me? But I don't even know what I am. The Luo Feng at this moment. Still trying to feel my own shape. Having claws. There are scales. And it has a head. It's probably a lizard, isn't it? Luo Feng felt that this could only be the result. And there are only a few types of lizards that are protected. I shouldn't have such good luck myself. Of course, if Luo Feng chooses between pets and protected animals, he would rather choose to be a protected animal. Because being a pet. That depends on the owner's mood. Happy now. Just feed you well. I'm not happy anymore. I'll starve you for 3 days. Like Huang Ziqing, although Luo Feng doesn't know her temper and personality, such a little girl is definitely just the initial enthusiasm for small animals. Wait for the enthusiasm to pass. I guess I'm not that enthusiastic anymore. Protecting animals is different. If you go to the zoo, there will be people checking your body every day and feeding you for food and drink. I have insurance for a lifetime. For example, giant pandas. That day. It's even better than a billionaire's life. At first, I worked hard to squeeze out the eggshell. But without success. This caused Luo Feng to lose a lot of energy. But I don't know how many hours it took to rest. Luo Feng doesn't have a watch. I don't know the time. Luo Feng, who has regained some strength. We are starting to work hard again to break through the eggshell. The claws kept grabbing towards the eggshell. Squeaking. The eggshell was scratched by the wind and made a creaking sound. Finally. With a click. It's the sound of eggshells cracking. The sound is very crisp. Heard by Luo Feng in his ears. It's just the sound of nature. This damn eggshell. Has it finally broken open? Soon. A crack on one point of the eggshell quickly spread to the entire body of the egg. If any painter could record this moment. The image of eggshells shattering. It has a strong artistic sense. Luo Feng knew that the opportunity had come. You must put in more effort at this moment. Start swinging left and right with effort. Let the eggshell shatter a little more. A few minutes will pass. Luo Feng is really running out of strength. Oh. Is there light now? The moment Luo Feng saw the light. Surprisingly, I didn't feel the light glaring. In theory. Always in the dark. Immediately see the light. Will it all be dazzling, right? It is estimated that human eyes are different from those of animals. Luo Feng thinks according to human thinking. It is probably incorrect. The eggshell has cracked a hole. Luo Feng continued to enlarge the cave entrance. Then he stretched out his head and crawled out. When trying to climb to the top of the eggshell. Slippery feet. With the smooth eggshell, it slid down the bottom of the cardboard box like a slide. Luo Feng immediately fell and turned all fours towards the sky. Ah 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 ah. Luo Feng kept struggling, thinking to himself, if it were a turtle, he wouldn't be able to flip over, would he? The turtle is this thing. What I fear the most is being in all directions. Ha! My paws! When Luo Feng kept kicking blindly with all his feet in the air. But he saw his own claws clearly. This little paw. Why is it so strange? Chicken paw. Or turtle paw. Or lizard paw. But let's not worry about that for now. It's so annoying. 4 feet facing the sky. Luo Feng tried to roll his body again. Finally. Still flipped it over. I'm so tired. Finally, it's salted fish turning over. Luo Feng looked at the top of the cardboard box. Like a frog at the bottom of a well. The top of the box is a tent. Is this the tent of the cast of Run Old Steel? Wow, did you see it? The little one has broken its shell. It looks like it's standing on all fours, so cute. Suddenly. A delicate and cute female voice was heard by Luo Feng. Luo Feng lifted his head and looked at the box mouth. It's Huang Ziqing. Her face is also big enough. At least from Luo Feng's perspective. That's a giant. Perhaps she heard the sound of eggshells cracking and came to look at herself. Ah. It's so cute. Sister Xian, just now this little guy was so cute when he came out of the eggshell, he was standing on all fours and kicking his feet non. Stop. In an instant, Huang Ziqing. A mother's love overflows. Human beings. Everyone likes to sympathize with the weak. Especially cute things. Excited, Huang Ziqing reached out and grabbed Luo Feng's body, then picked it up. What a cute little guy. Li Xian was also adorable by him, touching Luo Feng's tail. Huang Ziqing gently held Luo Feng in her arms and looked into his cute eyes. Little one, what are you looking at? Are you afraid I'll stew you all? Sleeping Trough. Do you still want to stew me in one pot? Big sister, you want to eat it. Wait for me to grow up, how much meat will you stew? I'm so small now, probably not enough for you to crack your teeth. Sister Xian, what kind of animal are you talking about? Huang Ziqing didn't know much about wild animals and could only ask. I can't see it. Li Xian observed Luo Feng's appearance and shook her head. She looked like a lizard, but much more adorable than a lizard. What the hell am I? They don't even know. Luo Feng thought he could get some news from Li Xian, but now he could only be disappointed. It's really the first time I've seen such a creature. What a strange appearance. Li Xian said. Isn't that right? I haven't seen it either. Huang Ziqing hugged Luo Feng and reached out to touch the protruding area on his head. Hey, look, there seems to be a horn on his head. But it shouldn't have grown out. When he grows up, he should be able to fully grow it. But Ziqing, this little guy seems to have a end of this chapter. Chapter 5. Isn't this TM a dragon? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Isn't this TM a dragon? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, Li Xian reached out to explore. I'm sorry about that. What is there? Huang Ziqing saw Li Xian's expression very strange. I became curious. It's nothing. Li Xian also felt embarrassed to say it. Pretend to be silly and be stunned. This should be public anyway. Ah, Sister Xian, you don't know what kind of animal this is. Don't you ask Tang Yongzhen? Of course. Tang Yongzhen is a person. It's what Huang Ziqing knows, the most knowledgeable among the crew. Notes on history, culture, and wilderness survival. Experience in animals, plants, etc. The other party is very powerful. Just ask him. I should be able to figure out exactly what species this little guy is. Teacher Tang is out of the crew now. He's not here. Sister Feng smiled helplessly. So let's do it this way. Post it on Weibo and find someone to take a look. With so many people around, there will always be someone who knows what species this is, right? Huang Ziqing suggested. After all, online now. Although Xiaobai sprays a lot. But there are also many great gods. A few times ago, Huang Ziqing found a cultural relic and asked many friends about it. They didn't even know their identity, but they posted it online and it was really recognized by people. This time, Huang Ziqing believes that powerful netizens must have no problem. Little one, wait a minute. You're so weird, you'll also know what it is later. Huang Ziqing once again touched Luo Feng's beard and smiled happily. Next up, Huang Ziqing asked Feng Jia to take photos for her. She just hugged Luo Feng like that. A few photos have been taken. Huang Ziqing put Luo Feng back in the box. Take out your phone. Opened Weibo. And also edited a copy of about 100 words. GDD girl group member Huang Ziqing. Sister Xian and I found a strange egg cub on the beach at the filming location. After the egg cub broke its shell, it was a strange creature about 40 centimeters long. None of us on the set have seen such a creature. Please take a look, powerful netizens. Can you help identify me? Of course. The two of them didn't say anything about the farce of almost cooking this egg. Because Teacher Wang said, it's better to do less than to do more. If it were wild animals, the reputation of the two girls would be bad. In the future, just tell everyone that they found it on the beach. When Huang Ziqing posted on Weibo. When it spreads online. After all, she is a member of the popular girl group. Immediately, thousands of netizens replied. Is this thing a lizard? It doesn't look like a lizard, it's a bit thinner than a lizard. Four-legged snakes, right? Geckos. Sleeping slot. Only I think. Is this a dragon? Brother. Is this a dragon? It's not like that, is it? Yeah, at most it's just a thin lizard. Brothers, take a closer look. Does this little guy's head look like a small cow's head? Nyo 2. Yes, the dragon, its body parts, slender eyes, like shrimp's eyes. That claw is also like an eagle's claw. Can't you? Can't you? It's really a dragon. Don't play anymore. Today, April 1st, everyone understands. Huang Ziqing is joking with everyone. However, this thing looks like a cave salamander. Cave salamander. What is this? Of course. Some people are not familiar with cave salamanders. But it is indeed the most Chinese totem dragon-like creature in the world. The cave salamander was discovered by biologists in a limestone cave in the Alps in 1768. Due to its unique appearance, it immediately reminded biologists of dragons. But it's just a general similarity. Nowadays, the pictures on Weibo clearly have scales. And the cave salamander has no scales. I said this thing. It can't be peas, can it? It looks too much like a dragon. Hahaha, these traffic artists. For the sake of traffic, are they just spreading rumors? Ziqing shouldn't be such a person, right? Even if Ziqing is not, is the brokerage company or crew behind them a good thing? Capital doesn't require traffic. That's quite a good statement. Many artists are actually quite frustrated. To put it simply, even if some of the new movies of big shots and artists are about to be released, capital will be forcibly arranged. Can you bring me some news? Whether it's embarrassing news or anything else. As long as there is heat, it's good. At this moment, in the office of a newspaper, Shi Jishue, as a new member of the newspaper, also saw this Weibo. Master, is this really a dragon? Dragon? What kind of thing? Lin Gang stretched his head and looked at his disciple's computer. Master, this is about it. The GDD girl group found an egg on the beach at the filming site and hatched this thing. Shi Zhixue pointed to the picture on the computer. After thinking for a while, Lin Gang sneered, hype. Absolutely hype. The economic company behind this girl group is really shameless. How could they hype up dragons? Speculation. How do you say, Master, dot? Isn't this just hype? The appearance of this thing looks like a dragon, it's just a picture. Lin Gang raised his hand and took a sip of coffee. And they deliberately didn't reveal the real dragon. Do you know why? Is it really a dragon that doesn't come out? Yes, their hype is superb. If they were to come up with the kind of dragon in TV dramas, even a person wouldn't believe it to be true. If it's a creature that looks like a dragon, then there will be controversy about the topic. If there is a topic, then it is traffic. Lin Gang, also from the newspaper, saw through the purpose of the capital behind Huang Ziqing at a glance. Huang Ziqing is so naive. Good figure. Cute people are also beautiful. I absolutely can't think of such hype. It must be the damn crew and the capital behind it. Lin Gang squinted his eyes, it's another day of envy for capital. As the boss behind this girl group, call 2 companions for a day. I estimate we will send people to heaven. Master, how did they end up in the end? Asked Shi Zhixue. How do we end up? Hee, this is simple. Just make an excuse and say that this little guy unfortunately died young. Lin Gang thought for a moment and said, at most, we can put some makeup on the little guy's body later and prove that the pictures they sent are not fake. It sounds like a clever hype. Shi Zhixue read the comments below Weibo, which exceeded hundreds of thousands. Master, although that's the case, if a real dragon really appeared, those experts would probably be dumbfounded, right? Shi Zhixue suddenly thought and said. P.S. Find a monthly pass. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Return to the Dragon. Is it possible? It's just fake news. Seeking monthly pass. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Return to the Dragon. Is it possible? It's just fake news. Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, experts are going crazy. The whole world is going crazy. What about giant pandas? National treasures, right? I guess we have to give up the title of Going Abroad Treasure. Lin Gang laughed heartily. Compared to dragons, giant pandas are really not worth mentioning. Dragon is a totem of China. The beliefs in people's hearts. Ancient emperors were all true dragon emperors. Only the emperor can embroider a 5-clawed golden dragon on clothes. The prince can only embroider 4-clawed dragons. Even in modern times, dragons are the most coveted creatures in the minds of Chinese people. Once something that has been living in legends actually appears, it will definitely shock the world. But everything. All of them are fake. Dragons do not have such creatures. Even for so many years, there have been news of discovering the true dragon. But it's just some hype or creatures that look like dragons. A real dragon with a solid hammer. Still not found. Unfortunately. It would be great if it were a real dragon. Shi Zhixue could only leave a sigh of regret. And on the other side. Huang Ziqing from the cast of Running Old Iron. Post photos of Luo Feng on Weibo. I wanted to see if everyone could recognize this strange little guy's identity. Unexpectedly, it was filled with ridicule. Some people say that Huang Ziqing is boring and uses pictures to tease everyone. But some people say that Huang Ziqing is a scheming woman, which is a hype topic. But this thing actually exists. Huang Ziqing felt very aggrieved. Why are these people just cursing me? Huang Ziqing is about to be scolded and cry. Since debut. I have never been scolded by so many people before. Even if you do something wrong, most people will still be forgiven. But this time, surprisingly, so many people claim to be playing tricks. Ziqing, don't care about these people. Li Shiyan also looked at the reply on the computer microblog, comforted the girls' group sisters, and said, "Anyway, now let's raise the little guy a little better. It's not certain that his identity will be known. Of course. In the animal kingdom. Many mysterious creatures. When I was young and when I grew up. It's completely the appearance of two animals. For example, giant pandas, who would know that they were a pink mouse when they were young. That's right. A newborn giant panda cannot be seen as cute or cute, just like a pink little mouse. So, that's why. Li Shiyan said that if he grows up, perhaps he can know his identity. Humph, regardless of these people, when the little one grows up, if it's really an unknown creature that hasn't been discovered, I will definitely attend a press conference and clarify it. Huang Ziqing is not a schemer, she doesn't suffer such injustice. Little one, in the future, I'll take care of you. Luo Feng is in the cardboard box. Seeing the sincere expression on Huang Ziqing's face at the top of the box, she also felt a warmth in her heart and said, "Thank you for adopting me. You must take good care of me." But now, Luo Feng. Just an animal. Where can I speak? So Luofeng's mouth turned into a growling sound. Hee, Sister Shiyan, you see, this little guy is still shouting at me, so understanding of human nature. Huang Ziqing felt even more fond of this. I'm lying down. I'm just answering you, why do you think I mean to be cute? What a shame. Luo Feng was speechless for a moment. But I am also confused inside. Why did Huang Ziqing post herself on Weibo? But was someone scolded? Luo Feng just heard them say that he looks like a lizard, but is thinner than a lizard. What kind of animal are you? But at this moment, Luo Feng heard a person walking in. Ziqing, Shiyan, what do you mean by bio on your Weibo post? Is it a photo? This person is Tang Yongzhen. At first, Huang Ziqing wanted to inquire about the identity of Luo Feng from him. After Tang Yongzhen saw Huang Ziqing's Weibo account. It is also believed to be a p.plot. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. This thin lizard. What exactly are you eating? Seeking monthly pass, seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. This thin lizard. What exactly are you eating? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, Teacher Tang, you were wrong this time. We really don't have a P picture, and the little guy in the picture is real. Li Shiyan replied. Really? Tang Yongzhen didn't believe it, but the next moment, he saw something in the box and was startled. What is this? This is what Ziqing said on Weibo. Eggs picked up. Then hatched. Li Shiyan chuckled, and Teacher Tang was scared by the little guy's appearance. What the hell is this? Tang Yongzhen immediately looked carefully into the box, confirming that it was undoubtedly the creature in the Weibo picture. Luofeng sighed. Seeing Jingjing as an ugly middle-aged man. I completely don't want to pay attention. Lie down in the box and continue to rest. It's not like a beautiful woman like Huang Ziqing and Li Shiyan, there's nothing to worry about. Ha, Teacher Tang, when you look at the little one, you don't even take a glance at you. If Sister Shiyan and I were to look at him, he would always look up at us. Huang Ziqing thought of the little dog she used to feed, and every time she went outside the cage to see it, it could look at her like a cute treasure. Teacher Tang, it's just the right time. If you come, you have to tell us what kind of creature this is. Anyway, we can't recognize it. When we post it on Weibo, we're still scolded. Li Shiyan looked at Luo Feng in the box and asked. I don't know either, it looks like a scaled and bearded cave salamander. Tang Yongzhen thought for a moment, but it can't be a cave salamander. It's probably an unknown new or rare species. Let's raise it now and find a better nest for him. Thank you. Hurry up and make a nest. I really don't want to stay in this box anymore, Luo Feng said with gratitude, but the sound he made was just a growl. Although Tang Yongzhen is not particularly ugly. But my heart is really good. But are you a cave salamander? What is this creature? Luo Feng is not very familiar with this vocabulary. What do they mean? Do you look like a cave salamander? But shouldn't it be? TM. There's no mirror either. Otherwise, Luo Feng could see his full body photo. Soon. The crew members are actually kind-hearted. Everyone help. I made a decent home for Luo Feng. This is a wooden house that is approximately 1.2 meters high and half a meter wide. There is also a bird's nest-like thing inside. But the one's laid on top. But it's incredibly smooth silk. Comfortable. Luo Feng swaggered up. While basking in the sun. It's very comfortable. It has to be said that Luo Feng really enjoys sunbathing. Teacher Tang, what do you think this little guy eats? Huang Ziqing seemed to have forgotten something. It's been so long and he hasn't been fed anything yet. Since his appearance resembles that of a lizard, even if he is not a lizard, he may still belong to amphibians, who usually eat flies and insects. Tang Yongzhen's words came out immediately. Luo Feng, who was just right to bask in the sun, almost fainted. Who wants to eat flies and insects? Do you like it so much? Why don't you eat it? Flies. This is too disgusting, isn't it? Huang Ziqing immediately shook her head. Then just feed some little fish. It should be edible. Tang Yongzhen's words fell into silence. Huang Ziqing remained silent. Just pick up the spoon. Caught up a small fish from the fish tank. It's about the length of a little thumb. Little one, hurry up and eat, fresh live fish. End of this chapter. Does Luo Feng have an appearance fee in Chapter 8? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Does Luo Feng have an appearance fee in Chapter 8? Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, but could Luo Feng encounter difficulties? Is this TM born? How do you ask yourself to eat? Also, should I eat it myself? I don't even know what kind of creature I am. It seems like she doesn't eat fish, Li Xian looked at Teacher Tang. After all, it's an unknown creature, and we can't take it for granted. Maybe it's a vegetarian. That's simple. Huang Ziqing was quite attentive and immediately left the room, bringing another plate. Surprisingly, there is cabbage inside. She also carefully tore it into small pieces. Then it was handed to Luo Feng's mouth. Still not eating. Huang Ziqing made a fuss, this little guy is so difficult to serve. How about trying the vegetables eaten by the goats? Li Xian suggested. Lying trough. Lying trough. Is the grass here again? But looking at these three types of food, all placed by his side, Luo Feng didn't know how to choose. The Luo Feng at this moment. It looks very funny. Surprisingly, I hesitated as I made a back and forth choice between small fish, cabbage, and green grass. Seeing this scene, Tang Yongzhen was also surprised and said, this little guy is a bit smart. I suggest you take part in the shooting of our running old iron crew. Participate in the shoot. Huang Ziqing was stunned for a moment. Can he? Of course, this little guy has a strong talent for acting and is very photogenic, Tang Yongzhen analyzed. Do I have acting talent? Do I? Luo Feng didn't even think he had it, he was just hesitating about what food to eat. But we need to give him a nice name, suggested Li Xian. Why not give the name to the audience? It's very interesting, Tang Yongzhen chuckled. Little one, now you are also a guest on the set. I will apply for an appearance fee for you, and all of this money will be used for your basic life. Upon hearing this, Luo Feng immediately rejoice. Do I also have personal savings? Yes, I can. But Luo Feng also knows. These money. I only have ownership. No right to consume. I'm sure Huang Ziqing needs to buy ingredients for herself to eat and drink. But the caste guests of God TM. You are all my servants. Ha ha ha. After finishing his haughty and coquettish demeanor, Luo Feng still rubbed against Huang Ziqing's palm. How tender. But the other person sounds. There was another whimper. Hee, little one, how well behaved. Huang Ziqing is becoming more and more adorable by Luo Feng. Next up. Since everyone says this little guy is quite photogenic. Then let's take it out for live streaming. Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Running. Today's talk. I have to introduce the new members of this issue to everyone. The host of the Run Bar crew. It's Mr. Wang from Laotan Pickled Chinese Cabbage. Of course, because the production team recently revealed that a goddess guest named Baby was actually using a stunt double. Such a false thing. This has also led to a significant decrease in crew traffic and ratings. But loyal fans. There are still quite a few. What the hell? Run. Are we going to add new members? Isn't there another charming big star? Please don't fake it. Don't have any female guests with heavy idol burdens. Finding a stunt double in such a program is very boring. A sudden guest. Is she a woman or a man? Can it be Yangmi? Ha ha ha. Forget Yangmi, it's not suitable for such a program. Only GDD girl group, it looks like there's no idol burden. Everything else is too exaggerated. The live broadcast room of the crew at this moment. Many people are speculating one after another. What exactly is the new member coming? It can be said that everyone's interest was suddenly aroused. And Teacher Wang saw the barrage in the live broadcast room and chuckled, don't guess randomly. It's not Yang Mi or some handsome guy, because this new member is not a human, but an animal. Speaking. Huang Ziqing appeared in the camera. And he's still holding Luo Feng in his arms. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Sleeping Trough. Luofeng's naughty actions keep going. Seeking monthly pass. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Chapter 9 Sleeping Trough. Luofeng's naughty actions keep going. Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, hee, hello everyone, this little guy will be a new member of our crew in the future. Huang Ziqing placed Luo Feng on the table and continued to introduce, this is what I found on the beach this morning, and now it has finally broken through. Tang Yongzhen took up the topic and said, yes, this little guy is very special. Since he was born on our crew, it is also a rare fate. I hope he can grow up with us. He is very popular. After the two people finished speaking. All members of the crew. Everyone also applauded. Express a welcome to the new members of Luo Feng. Facing the applause of these people, Luo Feng didn't pay much attention. He glanced at the camera, then found a box on the table, used it as a pillow, lazily leaned against it, and received the baptism of sunlight. So comfortable. This new body just likes to bask in the sun. What new members are there? I said it. You are all just servants. Of course. Luo Feng is basking in the sun at this moment, his lazy movements. Naturally seen by the people in the live broadcast room. Especially Tang Yongzhen, who blocked the sunlight, let Luo Feng push the box and continue to bask in the sun. They all looked foolish. Sleeping slot. This little guy. How spiritual is he? Ha ha ha. Surprisingly, he pushed the box and continued to use it as a pillow to bask in the sun. This lazy look. It's just like a salted fish. Ha ha ha. Just remember a sentence. As long as I don't work hard, don't think about the day you want. The little one is so cute. But this appearance doesn't look very good. Oh, newborn babies are definitely not good looking either. Even human babies are not good looking. Perhaps from the perspective of other animals, they still find you unattractive. Ha ha ha. Just these beautiful women from the girl group, in the eyes of the gorilla, they are probably all ugly women. Just the act of Luo Feng basking in the sun. Unexpectedly. The live broadcast room of the crew has slightly improved in popularity. This little guy. He's so spiritual. Teacher Tang, don't block their sunlight, haha. Teacher Wang laughed heartily when he saw this. This intelligence. It really surprised me, said the girl group Li Xian. Sunbathing is an instinct of animals, so don't imagine them to be too foolish. Teacher Wang is quite rational. Sometimes he would whip his own little dog, and the dog would run away. When humans see it, they would say that the little dog is very spiritual. But it's just a routine operation. Upon hearing the instincts of some animal, Luo Feng rolled his eyes at Teacher Wang. What a foolish human. Give you a look. Experience it yourself. What instincts are there? This is just the soul of a person living inside this master. Alright, everyone, let me tell you, this little guy doesn't have a name yet, right? Ziqing and I have also proposed to vote on Weibo and give him a name. Tang Yongzhen thought of an important matter. You can't always use the nickname, little guy. And it seems that the audience really likes this little guy. This way. It can stimulate everyone's enthusiasm. When I heard that Tang Yongzhen was going to name the little guy, everyone naturally started to barrage. Some people directly refer to Luo Feng as ugly. Or it could be a small snake. And there's also something like Pingtu brother. But when Luo Feng heard Huang Ziqing and pronounced out these names, he has a heart for death. What are these names? Still flat-headed. At first glance, he is much thinner and smaller than brother Pingtu. The same question as before, let's feed him first. He didn't even eat just now, said the girl group Li Xian. After saying so, Huang Ziqing also thought of this matter. Just now, fish fry, green grass, and cabbage. This guy has no choice. Take it out again, this time for Luo Feng to choose from. At this moment, millions of viewers are watching. This strange little guy. What food would you choose? Luo Feng turned his head to look at these foods. Continue to lie down. Then there was no response. What does he mean by that? A few members of the crew. I didn't understand it at all. Are you too young to know what you want to eat? Haha. Li Xian guessed. Shouldn't it be? Once a small animal is born, it can have the instinct to distinguish food, right? Teacher Wang said. Perhaps some animals need to be taught by their parents' experience to know, such as humans. Huang Ziqing said. Luo Feng saw this. It's also unusually speechless. I really don't eat fish and raw cabbage. Especially the green grass. I don't know how to eat anymore. But when Luo Feng looked at the green grass, he unexpectedly lifted his paw and pushed it to a guest from the program team. Zhang Yixing. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Wake up. Go take a look in the kitchen. Seeking monthly pass, requesting collection. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 10. Wake up. Go take a look in the kitchen. Seeking monthly pass, seeking collection, at this moment. The audience in the live broadcast room was completely dumbfounded. Lying Trough. Lying Trough. The crew members. I am also confused. But on the barrage side. It exploded quickly. Ha ha ha. I'm laughing to death. What does this little guy mean? Let Yixing eat grass. Bully. So he chose fish and cabbage. He pushed the grass to Yixing. How did he know that Yixing wanted to eat grass? Ha ha ha. This little guy. This operation is really amazing. Did the crew create any program effects? Hey buddy, are there any animals working together to create the show's effects? If it's a trained animal, that's pretty much the same. Anyway, I laughed and now I'm so excited that this little guy can't handle it anymore. Ha ha ha. Poor thing, I'm so excited. Even the little one knows he's a little lamb. Of course. The guests at this moment are excited. I am naturally somewhat surprised. His face was as dusty as dust. It's an extreme embarrassment. Surprisingly, I was caught by a small animal. Push over the grass. Is this contempt? Maybe. Anyway, from Yixing's perspective, Luo Feng's gaze was right at him just now. It looks like contempt. At this moment, there is really a sense of social death in Yixing. For example, a female guest of Princess Taiping, and a small animal pushes you a cup of papaya milk. Are you saying you're awkward or not? This little guy. How despicable. Yixing silently said in his heart, unable to say anything. Can he still have trouble with animals? Ha ha ha. Luo Feng laughed and looked at it with interest. He didn't pay much attention and continued to rest. But although I gave the grass to Yixing. But it cannot be said that Luo Feng wants to eat fish and raw cabbage. After all, although it has become an animal. But it still hasn't changed that what Luo Feng wants to eat is what humans want to eat. Little guy doesn't eat fish fry. What exactly do you want to eat? At this moment, Huang Ziqing is also facing difficulties. Will you eat raw meat? Li Xian said. I don't know. Maybe it is. Tang Yongzhen, as the think tank of the production team, is equivalent to a character at the level of Lu Jia in Very Don't Disturb. He doesn't even know such a species, how can he know? Epsilon equals Omicron asterisk, psi. You foolish humans. Are all brains pigs? Can you have some cooked food? I'm so angry. Forget it. I won't argue with you. Seeing Luo Feng not eating, everyone had no choice but to let the little guy participate in the filming and increase the popularity of the crew. However, it seems that this guy is so lazy and doesn't show himself as he did just now. So the production team started broadcasting on the side. It's like telling jokes or something to the audience in the live broadcast room. Anyway, Luo Feng is sleeping on the table. I don't know how long it has been. In the plate next to it. That little fish. They all died. But it's still here. Fortunately, it doesn't smell. Otherwise, Luo Feng will throw the plate onto the ground. What a fool. Are the raw fish still here? Luo Feng couldn't help but curse. But the next moment, he smelled it in the kitchen. Surprisingly, a fragrance drifted up. It's Tang Yongzhen from the crew, cooking in the kitchen. I have long heard that this guy not only knows astronomy and geography, but also has good cooking skills. Smell such a fragrance. Luo Feng hesitated for a moment. Still stand up and hold the little fish in your mouth. I climbed down from the table. Heading towards the kitchen. Oh, little one, please slow down. I saw Luo Feng dropping a fish from under the table. Huang Ziqing also sweated a lot. But for Luo Feng, this height doesn't seem to hurt at all. The scales are very thick. Wait a moment, let's see what this little guy is up to. Teacher Wang also noticed this side. Ha ha ha, this little thing finally woke up from sleep, right? Although it's a bit ugly, the movements are too cute. Has this been attracted by the aroma in Tang Yongzhen's kitchen? Tang Yongzhen's culinary skills have reached a level that transcends races. What a cute move. It looks like a student going to the cafeteria with a big bowl after class. Those four claws start walking, swaying and swaying, they're really cute. For a while. Everyone is very curious. Luo Feng suddenly took the fish in his mouth and went to the kitchen. What the hell are you doing? Hey, have you woken up? Why did you come to my place? Tang Yongzhen personally cooked for the crew today. Seeing this little guy holding a fish fry and climbing up the stove, he joked, "What's wrong? Do you want me to cut the fish fry for you? Can't you swallow it all?" But the next moment. The movements of Luo Feng. It really made millions of viewers in the entire venue dumbfounded. End of this chapter.